Hello and welcome to Paranormal Nation. My name is Chris and I am happy to welcome you to the first of many paranormal travel guides. If you are like me and love watching ghost hunting videos, or Bigfoot hunts, or listening to spooky, scary stories, then maybe you have thought to yourself, I would like to go there myself, but I don't know how. Who do I need to talk to or contact online? Where should I stay if it is an overnight trip or even a full weekend? So I thought, if I am trying to find this information for myself, I can't be alone. So that's what I decide to do. This channel is to give you information so you can decide for yourself if the trip is for you. I want to give you choices and recommendations on the location, dining, and where to stay. So let's start this channel off with one of the most haunted prisons in America, Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Here is a quick overview. Brushy Mountain Prison started out as a coal mine in 1896. Prisoners themselves built the prison, and as you can imagine, death was no stranger to the buildings and land. The mines and railroad spur were a constant struggle for the prisoners. Disease and lack of basic care took many lives. While America was roaring through the 20s, convicts at Brushy spent their days in the dark of the mines, urged to dig faster with lashes from thick leather straps. Their nights weren't any better, with men stacked into the original wooden buildings that were falling apart and just waiting to catch fire. In 1931, Brushy housed 976 men, roughly 300 more than its capacity. Overcrowding was so prevalent and persistent it drew comparisons to conditions in Siberian prisons of the Soviet Union. The state's answer was simple. Plans were drawn for a new structure to be made of reinforced concrete, and they made the prisoners themselves break sandstone out of the nearby quarry to build the new prison. Constructed in the shape of a Greek cross, it stood 4 stories high and boasted battlements atop. By 1934, it was surrounded by an 18-foot stone wall. For a moment, things got better. The new prison was safer, more sanitary, and built in the shape of a cross, offering inmates a narrow path to redemption. All throughout those years, I could imagine a sentiment of despair, and the prisoners, I am sure, felt like there was no hope of leaving there alive. In 1969, the state classified the prison as maximum security. It was definitely the end of the line for prisoners. This actually made things a bit better, but it was just the calm before the storm. In 1982, growing racial tensions exploded. 7 white inmates held guards hostage at knife point. They took the guards' guns, found 4 of their black rivals in their locked cells, and opened fire. They killed 2. The other 2 managed to survive by hiding in the corner behind their mattresses. People said things couldn't get any worse, and maybe, finally, they were right. Brushy Mountain Prison has a rich history full of death, despair, and tragedy, all of which fuels the feeling inside and out of the place. This place is definitely nightmare fuel. And ghostly shadows, voices from nowhere, sick feelings are just the start. People have been touched, scratched, and pushed inside the prison walls. If you take a tour of the prison, be aware, you are more than likely not alone. This place is the real deal. You will see things and feel things that you could only imagine. I love scary places, but I also treat them with respect. The things you will feel and see will make you question reality. Show these entities respect if you dare to go there. I would suggest going in a small group. Just have someone with you that you can lean on and trust. Whatever you do, don't taunt the spirits. We may know a lot about our world we live in, but we don't know the other side, where they live. So, are you ready for your trip to Brushy? Brushy Mountain Prison is located in Petros, Tennessee. It is about an hour northwest of Knoxville. The area surrounding the prison is actually a state park called Frozen Head State Park. If you have time, I suggest spending a few hours at Frozen Head. It is said to be haunted as well, so you kind of get 2 for 1. There have been reports of shadow figures, voices, and just overall creepy vibe of the park. To be honest, it is a beautiful place, which is hard to believe considering how close it is to the prison. Your first step is to go to tourbrushy.com. It is your resource for all things Brushy Mountain Prison. There you will be able to book your tour, and you can choose your adventure. Paranormal tour. A short guided tour of the prison starts at 10 p.m. to help familiarize you with the site. After the tour, you are free to investigate on your own or with the guide until 2 a.m. The cost of this tour is right at $500. It can be done with a group of no more than 6 people. Overnight tour. A short guided tour of the prison starts at 9 p.m. to help familiarize you with the site. After the tour, you are free to investigate on your own or with the guide until 4 a.m. The cost of the overnight tour is $1,500. It can be done with a group of no more than 12. Public overnight investigation. A short guided tour of the prison starts at 9 p.m. to help familiarize you with the site. After the tour, you are free to investigate on your own or with the guide until 4 a.m. Overnight investigations are available 7 days a week. Please allow a minimum of 24 hours to schedule an investigation. Please note there is a minimum of 8 people required for this tour to run, otherwise this tour will be rescheduled to the next available date. The cost of this tour is $150 per person. If you have a group of your own, you could do it that way. There are many options you can do. Just make sure if you are doing a group, that those that are with you all agree on what the plans are. You can book your tour on the website. Be sure and check out all of the information there. You can read all about the history and get a good feel about the place. Equipment you can bring with you. Bring your cameras, voice recorders, video equipment, and other electronic devices. Make the most of your investigation and bring what you feel you work with the best. Things you cannot bring. Goes without saying, alcohol, guns, knives, weapons of any kind. Stuff you already know you can't bring. Wear comfortable clothes. There is a lot of walking. It is a big campus with lots of exploring. Places to stay. You will probably have to stay a little ways away from the site. There are not many options when it comes to hotels. Here are my recommendations. DoubleTree by Hilton in Oak Ridge at about $140 or so a night. Holiday Inn Express in Oak Ridge at about $140 or so a night. Oak Ridge is about 15 minutes away from the prison. I am particular about where I stay the night on any trip, but there's several choices for you. I will leave the links below. You can also stay at Frozen Head State Park. There are several options for you there. They have cabin rentals also. I will leave a link for you to check that out. Places to eat. The Warden's Table. While you are looking at the website for Brushy Mountain, you will see some info for the Warden's Table. They have excellent food, and it is a great option for you for sure. There are several options for you in the surrounding areas of Wartburg and Oliver Springs. You have El Patron Mexican, Highway 62 BBQ, and several other mom-and-pop style restaurants just 5 miles away or so. Several chain restaurants are available in Wartburg and Oliver Springs, also like Hardee's and Subway. The best times to go if you can are going to be early summer or early fall. It does get hot in the middle of summer, as you can imagine. Make the most of your trip and plan ahead. You can have a great paranormal weekend trip with just a little planning and knowing what's available to you, so there are no surprises. Conclusion. If you are ready to go on your paranormal trip, this is a great one to start with. There is a lot to do at the prison, and even more in the surrounding area. Make sure you take extra battery packs, batteries for your recorders, and some cash. There is an ATM on site, but be prepared just in case. Having what you need when you need it is a great step in making your trip a success. Have fun, explore, and make memories. If you enjoyed this paranormal guide, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, I want to mention, I have brand new merchandise in the link below. Be sure and check it out, and please support this channel. That's all for this episode. Until next time, go get spooky.